Hey guys, welcome to Gamers Depot. Today we have a great challenge, that is of building a gaming rig for just 30,000 rupees. This is a really tight budget, and as the budget goes lower, the build is even more challenging. The first thing you would like to know is this build has been left for some improvement in the near future, and I can't guarantee 60 frames per second on 1080p on every game. If you want more performance, check out my other more expensive builds. Also, if you are new to PC gaming, which most of you with such tight budgets are, you should check out these 5 tips just for you. Now moving on to the first part, the CPU. I picked the AMD FX 6300 hexa-core processor clocked at 3.8 GHz. Could have gone for the AMD A6 7400K, but I tried to avoid taking a dual-core processor, because nowadays most games have a minimum requirement of a quad core, so the number of cores should not affect this build. This is a good enough AMD processor, and for a price of about 7,500 rupees, this is the ideal price we should put in the CPU for this kind of build. The only thing taking this processor behind the i3 is its single core performance and TDP, which both can be essential, but these days games are taking use of the 6 physical cores this processor has to offer, and saving 2,000 rupees seemed worth it. Now moving on to the RAM. I picked the Kingston HyperX Fury 8GB memory stick. First I thought of including a 4GB stick, but was just able to squeeze the 8GB one into it. The 8GB stick comes at 2,500 rupees and is ideal for this build. Also, it leaves the option for you to upgrade to 16GB in the future. Now moving on to the motherboard. I picked the ASUS M5A78L AM3 Plus socket motherboard. This is a good enough AM3 Plus socket motherboard. Nothing fancy, but this has all the requirements we need. That is of a PCI Express 3.0 x 16 slot, 2 USB 3.0 slots, SATA 6 gigabit per second ports, and 2 DDR3 RAM slots. For just above 4,000 rupees, this is the cheapest board out there with all these basics requirements. Next, moving on to the graphics card. I picked the MSI Nvidia GTX 750 Ti. This is a good enough graphics card with 2GB of VRAM. Coming at around 10,000 rupees, this card is no match for bang of the buck it gives. It can handle most new games at 1080p, but don't expect this card to max out most games. This card is for the budget-minded customer who doesn't care to tweak the settings a bit lower so as to make a game playable. As it is the MSI one, it comes with the MSI Afterburner, through which you can easily overclock the card a bit. Next, moving on to the storage. I picked the Western Digital Caviar Blue 1TB hard drive. This is the 1TB hard drive that comes at around 3,500 rupees. 1TB should be enough to store all your games and movies. I thought of getting a 500GB one, but it was just 500 rupees cheaper, so thought why not get this 1TB one. Still, I don't think you can need more than this. An SSD is out of budget and you won't be using more than 1TB. Now, moving on to the cabinet. I picked the Circle LIL desktop cabinet. This is a good enough cabinet and costs only 2,500 rupees. I couldn't afford a Corsair or Cooler Master cabinet in this build, but this cabinet comes with an included 400 watt power supply, making it so that we could even save money on the power supply. Actually, this cabinet is the reason I could afford the 8GB stick and the 6300 into this build. Now finishing off with this build, coming at just so under the budget, this build was really a challenge for me, as making a 30,000 rupees gaming PCs are difficult, as components are very expensive these days, and people aspire so much from their gaming PCs. Links to all parts are mentioned in the description, so do check them out. Like the video if you liked it, and thanks for subscribing to the channel. Do check out our other videos. That's it for this video. Thanks for watching. Bye. Let it go, make my body go, take our bodies high.